Dearly beheaded, we are rotting here today to witness this unholy union of a ghostly ghoul and a screeching banshee. All those vermin of this asylum for the insane gather around the miserable. At this unholy time, Charles and Tommy have wandered these gloomy halls for all these past 13 years. For this union is built over time without the pleasures of living, bound in flesh and written in blood, shall they speak their sadistic vows and hold them true. Okay, for real. Changing accents now. How many of you have heard the term tied up? Raise your hand. But do you know where it comes from?
No.
Well, today you're going to learn. Tie the knot comes from the old tradition before the new marriage ceremony we know today. You heard, when are you going to tie the knot? Have you tied the knot yet? Well, that comes from the tradition of the hand fasting, very much from the Celtic place where I'm from. So in the tradition of the hand fasting, we bless these cords. Tammy and Chad will be making their vows to each other. I'll be asking them to make commitments. But to be a strong marriage, to be a strong family, they need the support of each other. They need the support of family and friends, and that's why we're here today. At the end of each commitment, the minister back then, the pastor, instead of saying amen, he would say, so mote it be. And instead of the audience saying amen aloud, the audience will repeat, so mote it be.
So mote it be.
Okay, now we're ready. So mote it be. Mote. Mote, M-O-T-E. So mote it be. Be ever so. Okay. Is everyone ready? Charles and Tammy, you both made compromises as you fell in love, how you've grown together and learned together the past 13 years. This is good. On the road of life, there are many bumps and many obstacles. There will be days that you disagree and days that you fight. I'm sure you know. On those days, it's important to remember that it is not about what happens to us in life. It's how we work through it together and move forward. On this day, you rejoin your hearts, you rejoin your souls to become one. One committed married couple, yet also independent individuals. One family, full of individuals, coming together as one marriage and one family. I bless you that you will each maintain your individuality, that you will have the strength and the wisdom to bring up your children, that you also remember to keep the wisdom and the unity together and to fight and work towards the betterment of your relationship. And now I command you, look into my eyes. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. I bid you, look into each other's eyes and hold hands. You are aware of the reality of the vows you're about to speak, of the responsibility that comes when a partnership is created. If there's any reason within your hearts and souls that this ceremony should not continue at this time, I charge you to voice it now. Are there any individuals present today who know of any reason that these two should not be united? Charles, have you come here today fully informed for the greater good and of your free will? Not there with you, Mr. Price. Tammy, have you come here today fully informed for the greater good and of your free will? Good job. cause her pain? No. Tammy, will you cause him pain? Is that your intention? Will you both share each other's pain and seek to ease it? And so the first binding is made. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Tammy, will you share his laughter? Charles, will you share her laughter? Will you both look for the brightness in life and the positive in each other? And so the second binding is made. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Tammy, will you burden him? Charles, will you burden her? Is that your intent? Will you both share the burdens of each other so your spirits may grow in this union? And so the third binding is made. Play it, play it. Tie it tight so we can't get out. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Charles, will you share her dreams? Tammy, will you share his dreams? Will you both dream together to create new realities and new hopes? And so the fourth binding is made. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Charles, will you always be truthful? Tammy, will you always be truthful? Will you both commit to always communicate honestly and openly? And so, the sixth binding is made. Tammy, will you honor him? Charles, will you honor her? Will both of you seek to never give cause to break that honor? And so the seventh binding is made. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
The knots of their binding are not formed by these cords, but instead by their vows. Tammy, Charles, either of you may drop the cords, for as always, you hold in your own hands the making or breaking of this union. Who stands for Charles? Will you come forward, please?
Grab him.
Will you take this cord and seal their vows in celebration, in witness, and in complete support of this union? So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Who stands for Tammy?
Good job, Granny. Good job.
Will you take this cord and seal their vows in celebration and witness and complete support of this union? So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Now these words have been spoken as that of the raven that knocketh upon a chamber door. They cannot be denied nor unsaid. Let this stand as the shrieks of their victims echo through your minds. shall this be your torment? As these cords are removed, may they remain bound together by their free will and commitment forever. And now hear these words. Above you are the stars, below you are the stones. As time doth pass, remember like a stone your love should always be firm. As a star, your love should always be ever constant. Let the powers of the mind and the intellect guide you always in your marriage. Let the strength of your wills bind you together. Let the powers of your love and your desire make you happy. And let the strength and dedication make you inseparable. Treat yourselves and each other and your children with respect always. Remind yourselves often of what you brought together. Give the highest priority to tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your connection deserves. In whatever tradition that you find strength, whether it be prayer or meditation, seek that guidance. If it's your elders, then seek the elders' guidance. We all make mistakes in life. And many times it's easier to learn from our mistakes than it is to learn from your own. Tammy and Charles have now written their vows, so Tammy, will you please declare your vows to Charles?
Ms. Charming, for the microphone so we would be able to hear her. Thank you.
Warning, these are not your vows. If you continue to read them, you run the risk of making kittens cry. You're still reading. I can already hear the kittens crying. I can't believe you're still reading. Shame on you. If you keep reading, you really are going to see my vows. Stop. Now please hand me the scroll.
Tammy, will you now declare your vows, Charles?
Over 13 years ago, we started this journey together. And it all started with an amazing pickup line. Like when the doctor said to Rose, "Do you want to come with me? Because if you do, then I should warn you. You're going to see all sorts of things. Ghosts from the past, aliens from the future, the day the earth died in a ball of flame. It won't be quiet, it won't be safe, and it won't be calm. But I'll tell you what it will be, the trip of a lifetime." Okay, so maybe we didn't start with the pickup line. We haven't seen aliens from the future or the day the earth died in a ball of flame, but we have confronted our ghosts from the past, and this journey has been the trip of a lifetime to me. It has been filled with happiness and sorrow, heartbreak and joy, and enough ups and downs to rival the roller coasters we love so much. Together we have welcomed 5 amazing children into this world, had to say goodbye to 2 more far too soon, and because of you I have another child that will not from my body is a part of my heart. We have always managed to overcome any trial that has been put before us and grow stronger as a couple because of it. In the end, love has held us together. Because as Malcolm Reynolds put it, love, you can learn all the math in the verse, but you take a boat in the air that you don't love, she'll shake you off just as sure as the turn of the world. Love keeps her in the air when she ought to fall down, tells you she's hurting before she heals, makes her a home. We have made a home in each other. We have grown up together, and we have learned together. You convinced me that I could learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube, even though I didn't think I was smart enough to ever learn, and you have held me when I cried, even when it was your fault, and laughed with me or at me, depending on the situation. Now I stand here in front of our family and friends to promise to continue to share the good times and the bad, to love you no matter how many video games you play, even though I can't promise to not get mad because of those games. I promise to share in your joy and sorrow, and most of all, I promise that one day I really will figure out how to play Magic the Gathering with you and at least pretend like I enjoy it. Most of all, I promise to be your best friend and love you from now until my last breath and into the next life. So in the words of Jack the Pumpkin King, my dearest friend, if you don't mind, I'd like to join you by your side, where we could gaze into the stars and sit together, now and forever, for it is plain, as anyone can see, we're sentiments.
How blew the wind. Let us all bless these rings. These rings are circles, symbols that remind us of the sun, the moon, the earth, and the universe. These symbols of holiness, of perfection, and of peace, that which has no beginning and no end. These are the rings that Tammy and Charles will continue to wear for the rest of their lives to express their love that they have for one another. Let us send our prayers and our thoughts into these rings, so that as they wear them, they not only carry their love, but they carry our prayers with them. Grant that the love that these two have for each other may always be as unending as these rings. Grant that these prayers are sealed into these rings. So would it be. Charles, place the wing on Tammy's finger when we plead after me. With this wing I thee we wed. Place the ring on Charles' finger and repeat after me. With this ring I thee re-wed. You are now reunited as one. You may feast upon the bride if you dare. With all seriousness, without further ado, I now pronounce you more officially married. You may now gross everyone out.